You're right there.
I dropped the mic on the floor earlier when I was cleaning.
All right.
You leaving your wires like that?
Yeah, that way if they want to go underneath, they can go underneath. I'm not going nowhere.
What's up?
Nothing. What's up, shoe?
Nothing.
How's it hanging?
It's not really. It's cold.
It's cold. It's like
So
inside.
It's not hanging.
I don't know. Well, who got you that Anubis statue with him examining the dead body? Was that me?
The gold one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so, but I was like looking at it. I was like, did I get you
It
that?
was either. I think it was for my birthday.
Probably.
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Where did you get the foil drawing?
Before the in the frame.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents.
My parents. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. My brain is remembering things.
That's fine. Yeah, your mom gave it to me. Your mom gave it to you to give it to me.
Yeah, because she had my grandpa used to have that. My grandparents used to have that hanging in their house.
Okay.
Russians have a thing with Egyptian culture. I don't.
I know. I've noticed your aunt.
My aunt has that giant Anubis.
It's not Anubis. It's panthers in front of a
Yeah. Something.
pyramids.
Yeah, there you go. In the dining room. It's like
But I don't know
stone.
what stone.
I don't like the sides. It's like the glittery stone stuff. It's not glitter.
I don't know what it is, but I don't know if panthers were in Egypt.
Maybe they're just giant cats.
No, they were panthers.
I don't-
Unless they were like brought in like trade, like royal gifts.
Possibly. But with the Nubians, yeah. Because Nubians had panthers.
So, and Nubians were not Egyptians. They traded. They then had sex with,
No, they're two different empires.
but Nubians. Well, the constant argument is that Egyptians are black, and they're not. Some of them were,
Yeah.
but it was like America. Most of them were a tan.
Yeah, they're
Because they're
Middle Eastern.
Yes. But you have that argument with someone who doesn't know anything, which is 99% of the population.
Egyptians are Middle Eastern, especially Upper Egyptians, and Upper Egyptians are mostly what people talk about when you talk about like Tutankhamun and Cleopatra. They're Upper Egypt. They're not the lower empires, and the lower empires is Nubian, and Nubian.
No, Nubia was not part of Egypt.
At some point,
At some point, it was a common trade.
They did have a common trade, but at some point.
Yeah, when Nubia wasn't Nubia anymore.
In historical terms, it's not even in like it might have never been part of the actual empire, but when historians study
which is
that
wrong.
part of the world, they label it Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt. But
Egypt also, well, it depends.
Egypt is also a geographic location. It's not just.
Well, no. See, what happened was Egypt lost part of the south part.
Yes. Lower Egypt.
To Nubia.
Yes.
But then it was retaken.
So yeah, but Nubians are darker. Yes, Nubians are black.
Yeah. You gotta love that Nubian nut.
What?
You don't know George Clinton.
No.
Okay. I think that's enough intro talk. God, this buzzing. You hear that, right?
Yes.
But it's not coming over. No, it's my phone.
You sure it's your phone?
Maybe it's your phone.
Yeah, it's my phone.
So protect.
Gonzo, stop the signals. It's never done that before.
It has.
Oh, it hasn't?
It has. But I never realized it was your phone. Okay, let's stop the go.
Let's stop the go.
Let's stop the go.
Sometimes when the world is so sunny and people are a bore, I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner. A place with all my favorite toys and games and movies and more. I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 103.
103.
I had a chat with someone at work, and they were like, they were talking about the podcast sarcastically, because I don't know if they ever listen, but they're coworkers and they're assholes, and they were like, "Oh, you're all tired doing the podcast. You're on like episode 190 or something." And I was like, "We just did 102." And then he was just quiet because I don't know
If he actually listens or not.
he doesn't listen. I don't give a fuck if he does, but whatever.
Are you tired yet?
Tired of what?
The podcast?
Yes.
Right. So we're quitting then.
Yes.
Right now?
Yep.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. And
Shut up.
fuck off.
We're not. You fuck off.
What?
No, we're not quitting.
Yeah.
No.
I put my resignation.
I would
2
like to
weeks
see.
notice.
I would like to see this letter.
Why do you have to see the letter? I put it in the management.
I'm part of management.
No, you're not.
I'm upper management.
No,
Who's management?
I am.
No. That's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
You can't resign to yourself.
Yeah, no, I put it into management.
I am also.
above me.
I am also part of management.
I put it into the management above me.
I believe we are equal partners in this.
Let's ask the viewers.
Kyle,
Who's
management?
Who gives more to this podcast?
I
Me or
believe
Pooh.
you're Pooh. I'm Poe.
Okay, Poopo.
Wow. Somebody's a meanie poo poo pants.
No, I'm just saying. I submitted it to management.
I am part of the management team, and I did not see this.
You're not that high up. There's higher than you. There's higher than me.
Who's higher than you?
I don't. It's the same person, the same management team that goes around putting signs up.
So you,
No.
Mister Man, there's not a hole behind this.
No one knows what you're saying. So we don't have that much to talk about, but we just got back. I'm off for like a week and a half for work, and we just got back from vacation-ish.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk about that.
So we went to the mountains of the Pocono variety, and we just rented a cabin and
Did nothing for
did
a week.
Nothing for a week, and it was glorious.
Took the dogs.
So it wasn't as stressful. We didn't have to worry about them being at my parents', and they loved it. They got to live their best leash-free lifestyles.
Yep, in the woods. And Cinder, who's doesn't like being outside ever, wouldn't come in, even when it was raining, because she can't stand the rain. She hates water unless it's a creek. So that was interesting. She would just run around in the rain.
Just wanted to run around.
She still didn't want to be outside at night
No.
because I mean there were bears and everything, but we didn't see any.
We didn't see any.
Saw a mountain lion.
And it's dark.
It is dark.
It's very dark. So I feel like that kind of freaked her out.
Yeah.
Because here it's not. It's never completely
I
dark.
kept meaning to tell you to come outside to look at the stars,
Aww.
but I didn't.
I didn't do that.
You should have. But by the time I always took them out, you were going to bed.
Yeah, I was tired.
Yeah.
Now I'm sad. I love looking at the stars.
It was only one night that it was really
Every
saw
other
anything. It was like cloudy
it was
and
cloudy.
misty, like, foggy and all
A
kinds
lot.
of shit.
Yeah. It was one clear day, but that's okay, I guess. Yeah, but it was nice. We were walking distance from a lake, so we got to walk near a lake. That was nice on a little walking path because I can't walk very far right now.
No.
That was good. Fresh air was good, but we weren't like far away from food places, so we could eat.
Yeah. We did delivery a few times. I drove out and got food a few times.
For dinner, and then I made breakfast and lunch. No, it was nice. It was a nice, easy, no hassle trip, which is nice. We like every other one. Like we like an activity trip and then a non-activity trip.
I like non-activity trips.
I like activity trips sometimes.
Most times. All times.
Most times. But sometimes I like non-activity trip. Like this trip was nice.
This was the only one we did non-activity trip. It is.
Rhode Island was really a non-activity trip.
That was we spent like a day and a half there.
I know, but still.
That's not like really a vacation. That was a night and a half. Like we drove up Friday night and we came back Sunday.
It's true. It was a short non-activity trip. Our first time we went to Maine was a non-activity trip.
Yeah, but that wasn't on purpose. We still did activities.
Kind of.
As much as we could. I lost my mind. But
yes,
we've talked about that numerous
you
times.
Completely lost your
Didn't
marbles.
sleep here either.
Well, here was the bed.
Mattress was so it was such an expensive mattress. It was memory foam, but it was so fucking hard and then instantly kind of soft, but in weird areas.
Yeah, it was not a good mattress. Here's the problem. You hate hard mattresses.
Yes.
And everywhere we go, there's usually a hard mattress.
Right.
We very rarely encountered like a good sleeping bed. I can't even think of one. I don't think we've ever slept in a really, really comfortable bed.
I feel like we have, but I can't think of it. But like, yeah, they're fucking
because usually
terrible.
hotels always have hard beds because hard mattresses last longer. That's the thing. Like soft mattresses wear away very quickly. So places tend to
I literally
buy.
tossed every 10 minutes. I got no sleep.
Yeah.
And I woke up in excruciating back pain.
Yeah. By the last day, you were absolutely done.
Well, I had my back was hurting earlier that day. I went to bed and I was like, well, this isn't going to help. And then I woke up and I couldn't even breathe. My back hurt so much.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not a great bed to sleep
But that
in.
massager last night helped a lot.
Okay, good. That's good.
I gotta use it again.
Yeah. I think the only thing that saved me was my pregnancy pillow. If I didn't have
took
that,
up the whole fucking bed.
Listen, I can't sleep without it now because I can't turn over. I can't flip on my back.
You could cuddle to me. Let me be your pregnancy pillow. I can be your pillow, baby.
Okay, Enrique.
Is that who sings it?
Enrique Iglesias, yes.
Oh.
He sings Hero.
I don't fucking know what they are. Yeah. And then we watched The Mandalorian.
We did.
We caught up on that.
So good.
Thoughts?
I really like this season. I think it's good. I think it's a good focus on Mandalorians.
Yeah, so a spoiler alert for the last episode. It was the second greatest episode of the series. Would you agree?
You
think it's the greatest?
I don't think it's the greatest.
Well,
I do like the one with.
Yeah, so the first greatest one was Timothy Oliphant, season 2, episode 1, with the tremor worms and Justified.
It was Justified / Tremors.
Yeah, that was the greatest. And this one was the second best, only because they had battle droids.
Oh, and Lizzo.
Fuck her. Battle droids.
Fuck you. I love Lizzo.
Battle droid. And I was like, someone's got to do the Roger or something. Like, I needed them to speak.
Yes.
And they gave it to me.
And they gave it to you. And that's all you wanted.
And that made me so happy. Just those few sentences when he was talking.
They talked about battle droids, and you instantaneously got so excited. And you're like, I just want them to talk. I just want them to talk. And then he did.
Love them.
You lost your shit, and it was great.
I love the battle droids. They're so great.
They're so stupid. stupid.
I know. That's the kind of shit I like.
I know. And battle droids. Okay, so here's my thing. Battle droids aren't as annoying as like Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks is stupid.
They're not annoying. They're stupid.
No, they're just dumb.
Like, I fell in love with them in Clone Wars, and that's the only reason I like Clone Wars.
Yes.
Is because the battle droids are so funny. Like,
Yes.
I just love them.
So when
they're so stupid.
The minute he spoke, you were done. You were like, yeah, this is great. This is great.
Yep.
I loved it because I love Lizzo. She is the queen.
Okay. I don't think she's that good at acting.
I love it.
And
I don't
like,
think she's a bad actress.
I don't think she's as bad as that one woman.
Yeah.
That was in Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Um,
But she's pretty. I don't think she's a bad actress at all.
Whatever.
But I loved it. Also, I read like her posts on like Instagram afterwards. She was so excited.
Yeah,
It-
her all the stars that were showcased in
it was
that were
Christopher
very,
Lloyd,
and that's great.
Jack Black. Like and you put in stars that genuinely want to be
Yeah.
in the franchise.
That's
I love
fine.
that.
Like, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I just didn't think, like, I don't have an attachment to Lizzo.
Yeah.
I don't have an attachment to Jack Black. I
No.
don't like him. I didn't mind him in the part, but
No, I Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd, and then the battle droids.
Yeah. No, it was a great episode. I loved it. I actually, like I said, I actually really liked this whole season.
My dream is that, like, okay, so what's his name? The Mandalorian?
Pedro Pascal, the actual actor.
the real name of him. Anyway,
Darian.
no, that's not right. But it's something close to that. Dwan Magwanu.
No.
Anyway, so the Mandalorian is looking for a replacement part for his droid, and I was like, why not just get a battle droid and then turn this whole thing into a comedy where, like,
Oh my
the
God.
ditzy battle droid is like dropping shit and being clumsy? It'd be so fucking great.
Yeah. I mean,
I want a show where it's just like two battle droids that have been cleared, like they're not warring or anything.
Din Djarin.
Yeah.
Din Djarin, yeah.
And they just like a free mind, and they're just going through the world. That's what I want. Just two battle droids.
Roaming the world.
Yeah, just like daily
I think,
skits.
okay, the only problem with that theory is there are no battle droids in episodes 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
Or no, not 6, 7, 8. Sorry. In episodes 4, 5, and 6. So, like,
Is this before? This is before that?
this is before Darth Vader.
Are you sure?
Yes. So Mandalorian takes place between. Oh no. Sorry.
This is after.
This is after 6, 5. This is after 4,
Yeah.
5, and 6. No. So yeah, there's no battle droids in 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah, but
So at some point they discontinue being.
so this, but Mandalorian is after that.
No, Mandalorian is before. Mandalorian is between episode 6, episode 5, and episode 6. 4, 5, and 6. No, episode 6 and episode 7. 7, 8, and 9 don't have the battle droids.
Are you sure?
Yes, this is before, like, Rey and Kylo Ren and that storyline.
Oh, the new ones.
The new ones.
This is
The new
before
one.
that.
This is before that.
Oh yeah, because Darth Vader was in it.
Yes.
Right.
Mandalorian.
Yeah,
takes
but
place before.
Grogu, they're not going to kill him off. So like there are battle droids in the realm,
In the universe, maybe.
so they don't have to be like, they're not going to be in the major story. I just want, like, they made fucking 2 movies of Ewoks. I just want one TV show of 2 battle droids getting into hijinks.
Let's see, like, a mini series. Let's not say a full series. Let's say a mini series. Let's do 3 or 4 episodes of like
It'll be the greatest
2
thing.
ridiculous battle droids.
It'll be the greatest thing
Pitch
ever.
it to Lucasfilm / Disney. I'm sure they'll buy into it.
So we did that. So we only watched 2 things. We watched Mandalorian every time we had dinner because we had that many episodes to catch up on for 5 nights. And then every other time we watched TV, we watched Two Broke Girls, which is a fantastic show.
Such a good show. I love it.
It really is.
Kat Dennings is just one of my favorite actresses.
She is. If I was a woman, that's who I would be.
I always say, like, when people ask that question of like what movie star would play you in a movie about your life, I'm like Kat Dennings.
You?
Yeah.
But you don't have that. Your personality is not that.
It doesn't match that, but I love her. I would like her to play me in a movie.
Everyone is pretty much. The casting is good. I hate that one woman, but
You don't like Jennifer Coolidge. No.
But I mean, she's supposed to be obnoxious. And all,
Yeah,
so
and-
it fits. But I still don't like her.
Her character is her character. Like,
But-
she's like the same stereotypical Stifler's mom, same.
I was Stifler's mom.
Yeah.
I never really watched
Jennifer
it.
Coolidge was Stifler's mom in American Pie.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I just watched the one scene. But like the two girls, Kat and Beth Burr or something.
Yeah,
the
something-
blonde.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's Burr, but it is Beth something.
it's like BUHR or BEHR or something like that.
Yeah.
They're good.
They are. They're really good.
It's funny.
It's
witty.
cast. It's cast very well. No, it's such a good like
I hear that it goes down after season 2.
2000 sitcom. Yeah,
I've seen episodes where they're in like a really nice apartment.
Yeah, I've heard that it gets bad, like all 2000
Yeah.
sitcoms,
Like all shows.
yeah, like all 90s, early 2000 sitcoms, it gets bad.
That's
like
right.
Friends got bad at the end. So like they
It's
all,
all right.
they all
It's
get
coming
bad.
on DVD. It'll be here tomorrow, I think,
I'm so excited.
and hopefully it's got commentary
Oh, I would love it. I would.
and bloopers.
Oh, bloopers.
Because the whole time they're breaking like you can see that they're about to laugh.
yeah.
They cannot hold it in, so that'd be fun.
Kat Dennings' love interest in the first season is Nick Zano, and
Oh, you mean episode 1?
the guy, the artist,
Oh, okay, that's something. Okay,
not episode 1, but the artist that she
Uh-huh.
goes after,
JPEG.
JPEG. Okay, so Nick Zano, I just want to interject this story. Nick Zano was one of the heavy love interests in What I Like About You with Amanda Bynes.
Okay.
And I used to love him. Like, I used to think he was so cute.
Okay.
And, like, it tickles me that he's also the love interest of Kat Dennings in Two Broke Girls.
Okay.
Just like, he was like a 90s love interest in that. The 2000 sitcom love interest.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing him before.
He was in this, and he was in What I Like About You.
You've made me watch that, right?
Yeah, with Amanda Bynes and what was her name? She was on.
Melissa Etheridge,
It's not Melissa Etheridge. It's the chick from 90210.
Joan Cusack,
No,
Pamela Anderson, Yasmin Bleeth.
no, not. I didn't say Baywatch.
Michael Knight.
I said. I said 90210.
Michael Jackson.
Oh my god. Jenny Garth. God. Yeah, Jenny Garth, who was in 90210.
Garth Brooks.
No. Keep going.
No, you just said Garth Brooks.
No, Jenny Garth.
Brooks. Other than that, anything else about?
The Twip. Mm-hmm. I read a lot.
I didn't. I drew. Nothing great.
I'm almost 150 pages into Chain of Iron. No.
Chain of Thorns.
Chain of Thorns. Chain of Iron is the first one,
Yeah.
and it's the last in the new Mortal Instruments series.
Yeah, I brought 2 books. Didn't read any of them. The Don Bluth
Yep.
autobiography and the Ernest Jim
You're
Varney.
not a big reader.
biography. I used to be. I need to get back into it.
You need to find like something that like is quick but like something you like. It's hard
I got
because
sucked into comic books, and now I need that kind of shit.
it's maybe you just need like
Like, I like the books. No, I like the books. I don't have the patience.
you need a book to kickstart your reading again. So for me, it was hard too. Like I had a period of time where I didn't read anything, and I needed like a fantasy that was easy to digest.
So what you're saying is reread American Gods or Good Omens.
Maybe read one of his that you haven't read as often, but you still like. Maybe like Anansi Boys. You didn't read that a lot.
I didn't like that much.
Really?
Here's the thing. It was a good book.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is the whole thing is that the one person is faking being the husband.
Yes.
And then I never liked that. So the guy who was the bad guy or whatever was faking being the husband and then spending like having sex and all with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
You didn't like that storyline.
That thing they do that a lot of times, and in different areas, and that just
I gotcha.
I don't like it.
Maybe Neverwhere. Because Neverwhere
push Neverwhere so fucking much.
I love that book. Neverwhere is my third favorite, maybe my second. I like American Gods first. American Gods is by far his best written for me.
Yes,
but I think
Good Omens. I'm starting to like Good Omens more.
No, American Gods was first, and then Neverwhere was second for me. I really want them to make a movie version of Neverwhere that's good because it's so possible. Like it's such a good fantasy storyline, and I can't believe that the only adaptation they have is the crappy.
Well, you know what you know.
British one.
You know the story behind that, right?
No,
they made that movie, that miniseries.
Yeah.
And it did so bad that he went and wrote the book.
Oh.
The book wasn't first.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He made the screenplay, and he was like, "This is such a good idea." And then it did so terribly. He was like, "Yeah, I gotta write. I'm going to write this book."
I want them to make another. I want them to make it into a movie because it doesn't need to be a miniseries. It's not that in depth or like it doesn't need to be a miniseries. It can be a movie, but it has to. Somebody has to make this into a better movie because the story's so good.
I'm just waiting for the second part of Good Omens to come out.
Oh yeah, I think that's why you're liking Good Omens more now. Because
I always
you love.
Here's the thing. So it took me so long to get through American Gods.
Yes,
I had put it down for 6 months and then went back to it, and it was still trouble. Good Omens was such a quick, fun read. Like you can go through it. Whereas American Gods, you gotta like remember shit and think like it's very.
I like it though.
No, I know, but I'm saying like Good Omens was always my second favorite.
Okay.
American Gods, I think, is my favorite only because it was my first Neil Gaiman book.
Okay.
So,
excuse me. Yeah. No, I get it. But yeah, you just need something. You don't need to necessarily reread, but you need something quick and easy that you can read that's good, that you like, that'll kickstart your want to read more.
Yeah, no.
Because that's how I did it. I couldn't I didn't want to read that much, and then I read. It was either this is going to be really bad. Oh Lord, forgive me. It was either 50 Shades of Grey.
No, you were reading before that.
I hate.
You love Twilight.
You
love Twilight.
Hate Twilight.
You love Twilight.
I'll tell you why I hate Twilight. I hate Twilight because
you love it so much.
written
so well.
It's written poorly.
So great.
But it's not even that it's written poorly. It's that the story
full of imagination.
Sucks. The story sucks.
And the imagery
the villains are
perfect.
pansies. I hate it. I hate
strong
Bella.
Storylines.
No, it's terrible.
You hate who?
The main character.
Who?
Stop. The main character. I hate the main character. So
no one likes Kristen Stewart.
No, people loved her. People loved her, and people love the main character in that story, and it's awful. She's not a good character.
Speaking of extraterrestrials and such, we still have to watch that Anne Rice show.
Yeah,
with my girl in it.
I do want to watch that. We need AMC Plus.
I know. I'm not buying it.
No.
Needs to come out on DVD or something.
Yeah. No, I do want to watch that show. But yeah, it wasn't Twilight. It was either 50 Shades of Grey got me back into like wanting to like binge read, or Mortal Instruments. Mortal Instruments might have been it. Like those books got me like into like quick, easy reads that I could like blow through a 300-page book easy.
Yeah.
I do miss. So we were on vacation. I didn't listen to my audiobook because I always listen to it in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep listening to it. I'm doing A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
See, I can't mix books.
I can, as long as it's different mediums. So right now, my paper, actual physical book is the Mortal Instruments book, Chain of Thorns. My digital read
That's insane.
is Katie Roberts' book. It's the second one, Wicked Lessons, which is Hades and Meg retelling. And my audiobook is
They don't
A
ever
Court
get
of Thorns.
confused. You don't ever confuse the books into
No.
one. If I was reading 3 books, they would all turn into one book.
It's like, for me, it's like watching TV shows. I can kind of
I confuse TV shows.
I don't confuse TV shows. I can compartmentalize them into like 3 different things as I'm reading. It doesn't really confuse me. I can, for some reason, and the stories are so different that
doesn't matter. Not for me.
the stories are so different that I can differentiate. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
I couldn't do 2 different paperbacks, but as long as they're on 3 different mediums, it's fine. That's also like a book talk trend. Is like book talk like acknowledges that people do that. They're like, okay, what are you currently reading as an audiobook, as a paperback, and as a digital read? Like, it's common apparently.
That's nuts. I can't.
But like, I can do that. My brain can differentiate.
Okay.
But A Court of Thorns and Roses is really good. I am sad that I couldn't. So I have A Court of Thorns and Roses as a paperback. I have it as a physical book. I couldn't get into it enough.
So wait, isn't that what you're reading?
That's what I'm listening to on my audiobook.
So what's the book?
The book is A Chain of Thorns.
Not A Court of Thorns.
No, A Chain of Thorns.
You said A Court of Thorns is what you're listening to.
A Court of Thorns and Roses is what I'm listening to.
Okay, that is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, Chain of Thorns is what I'm reading. A Court of Thorns and Roses is what I'm listening to.
Okay. Ugh.
And Wicked Lessons is what I'm
All right.
digitally reading. That's my smut book.
Of course it is.
The other 2 aren't smutty.
Sure they are.
A Court of Thorns and Roses is supposed to be, but it's not.
Yet.
I'm more than halfway through.
Doesn't matter. That last chapter is just orgy.
Okay, well, we'll see. Fairy orgy.
I watched. You were somewhere. Oh, you went to see Six.
Yeah.
You didn't talk about that?
Oh, I didn't talk about that. I went to see the musical Six. So Six is about, for anybody that doesn't know, Six is about Henry VIII's 6 wives. And
Is that why the movie 7?
no. Movie 7 is about a serial killer.
But he cuts off her head.
But Henry VIII, okay, no. Anyway.
6, 7.
No.
8.
Anyway, so basically the whole premise of the musical is, number one, it's really short. It's only an hour and a half long. The musical itself is only an hour and a half.
Okay.
It's the 6 wives are basically a girl group, kind of like the Spice Girls, and they're competing to see who's going to be the leader of the girl group, and they're doing so by seeing who had the most disastrous life, essentially, with Henry VIII.
Okay.
Like, whose is the most tragic. And I loved it. It was so good. The music was so good. I love the music. It's very, like, It's a mixture of like poppy and like girl groupie, but also it has like all the historical elements of Henry VIII. And I have been fascinated with Henry VIII forever. And I know why. I was thinking about this the other day. So, Hysteria, which I think I've talked about on the show before, but it's like it's like Animaniacs, except it's all history.
Right.
Did a whole episode about the Tudors, and they talked specifically about Henry VIII and his 6 wives.
So the Tudors is Henry VIII.
Henry VIII is part of the Tudors, yes.
Didn't you watch that show, The Tudors?
I did.
Okay.
With Jonathan Rhys-Meyers.
I don't know who that is.
But I only watched like one season of it. I think it was on Netflix, and then they took it off Netflix after like I watched only one season. I got to watch it again because like I was in it. I was like 6 episodes in, and then they took it off, and I was pissed. But so 6 goes through all of like each of them get to sing an individual song, and like in the end it gets very like girl power and empowering, and like we shouldn't argue because we should be able to tell our story. It was great. I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. It made the baby really excited.
Or angry.
Excited. But it was so good. It was so good. I'm gonna forever be singing the songs from that musical. Not my favorite musical though. I will say this. I loved it, and I love the music in it, and I love the premise. But it's not very musically. I don't know. Because it's in the format of a concert. Like the whole show takes place during one concert. It's only one act. It's just them singing all their individual songs for this competition.
I mean,
so
it's an interesting take. Like
it's a very interesting way to do a musical for sure. I didn't think it was going to be that, and the way that they did it was really good, and I liked it. And I highly recommend it for anybody that enjoys musical theater. But it's not my favorite musical.
Okay.
But I loved it. It was good.
So yeah, while you went and watched that was our first night.
Yeah.
On vacation. We both worked that day. You went to the show that night, and I was like, what haven't I watched in a while? So I put on Monty Python Holy Grail. And I have to watch that more frequently. That is such a good fucking movie.
I don't think I've ever seen The Life of Brian.
I did not like it at first. Like I remember watching it and I turned it off.
What, Life of Brian?
Yeah, but it's good.
I've never watched it.
It's not Holy Grail.
Okay. I like Holy Grail.
Do you?
I do. I fall asleep a lot, but I do like it.
I don't think you've made it through.
I've never made it through the whole thing, but I have watched all of it.
Yeah, in separate parts. You always fall asleep right before the fucking rabbit.
Yep.
But it's such a good movie, and it's. I feel like it was a pioneer. Like
Monty Python definitely started that whole like kind of slapsticky but like sarcastic humor.
And it's just fucking funny.
It is. It's funny.
And it's clever. So I got to watch that more often. Last night we watched Frozen.
We did, and I love it.
Still, and it gets a lot of hate.
Because it was so overplayed. It was overplayed, and kids. That was Disney's. I think that Frozen started that whole wave of like musical.
Yeah, because it was not like it was more of a musical than a
movie.
Yeah.
So Disney did used to do that with like Aladdin and Little Mermaid and like all that, but then they took a break and they made like just movies.
I don't know. I feel like this is different than like a
little bit, but it still has like that musical element.
They did Stairway. Like, did Lilo and Stitch have music?
No, it did, but it wasn't like that.
Like
Lilo and Stitch had a lot of like Elvis music that played while you watched.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like music you could sing to.
Yeah,
they steered away from it, and Pixar didn't do musicals either.
No.
And there was like a whole generation of just Pixar
That's
movies.
True. And they went back to it. That makes sense.
And then they went back to it, and Frozen was kind of the first movie that really caught on to that. Because now you had Frozen, Moana, like
Yeah.
even like I think what was the last movie they did?
Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. Like all the newer movies are like musical based movies. And they didn't have that for a while. So I think Frozen kind of irritated people because kids got so into the music and they started singing it and like all that stuff and it got so overplayed. But I don't get, like, people get annoyed with shit like that. I love it. I love it. But yeah, it sparked that whole movement. Encanto, Coco, like all those movies are now based on music that is written for Disney.
Right.
So
we're gonna hopefully finish the nursery this week, painting,
I'm gonna pick up the paint tomorrow.
and I still have to clear out that room, but
We're getting there.
slowly. I feel like once it's painted, everything will be fall into place.
I just need everything out of there.
Yeah. Are you
Once-
painting?
Yeah, I'll help paint. I'll help do like the regular walls.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help just
How do you want? Well, what about like the inside of the closet?
leave it white.
Okay.
We don't need to paint.
Do you want to paint the doors?
No,
Okay.
maybe
Leave it
hang
white?
something on the door or something, but I don't leave
Okay.
it white.
Okay.
Leave it white and plain.
Okay.
If we want, we can get a decal for those for the doors.
No, God, no.
Why?
They're not flat.
The closet? Oh no, they're not.
That'd be a pain in the ass to get it in all those grooves.
Yeah, no, we'll leave those white. I'm not
Um,
looking to paint those.
But yeah, so I've been passively computer shopping
Okay.
because I want to get the Adobe Creative Suite,
Yep.
and I want to get back into like artwork and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I could also use it for this,
Yeah.
especially if I had the Creative Suite, because then I have all the editing stuff.
True.
So I'm like deciding whether I want a laptop or a desktop. And if I went a desktop route, I might as well just get like the Apple Mini, which is just the base. And then like I could use this monitor
Yeah.
and everything. But they're so expensive.
Desktop computers now are so expensive. It's cheaper to get a laptop than it is to get a desktop now.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore because the laptops are the laptops and the desktops are the same everything because they run the laptops at a cooler temperature, and the desktops, unless you're spending for Mac, unless you're spending like $6,000, the computer's in the screen just like a laptop.
yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah,
the
there's
fuck?
no-
So I'd rather just get that little square base Apple Mac Mini,
Yeah.
because you can pay that as much as like a laptop or a desktop, but you're not paying for the screen and all, so you're actually getting more in there. And if I want to do like video editing and all, I need more processor, but it's still like $1,400.
Macs are always
I
have
know.
always been
I
that
know,
expensive.
but it's what I know.
I know. Macs have always been that expensive. And the thing with PCs,
And like PCs, you get viruses.
yeah, but if you put like firewalls and like antiviruses, you won't get virus. I had PCs all my life until I finally got a Mac from work, and like
I've had PCs up until I got into college, and all of them had viruses.
I only got a virus like maybe once or twice.
All of them had numerous viruses.
How much porn were you watching?
Lots. But I also had that bonsai buddy who was just an open gate for fucking things.
Yeah, like why
But, like,
did you do
Because
that?
he was cute. Everyone had fucking bonsai buddy.
I didn't.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
The purple gorilla.
No.
See, this is before your time.
But see, I never had computer viruses.
Okay.
So if you get a PC, load it with antivirus software and a firewall.
Yeah, but I don't.
and
I've
then
never
you won't have a
used. I've never
virus.
used any art programs on a PC.
Art programs aren't going to be as good on a PC. They're not meant to like. Especially Adobe. Adobe's meant to be run on a Mac.
Oh.
That's the only problem.
So,
And I've said that forever. If you're
but
gonna do art,
I don't have that kind of money.
No.
I have a mask addiction.
Yep.
But they're all pretty. Look at those pretty masks.
You could have a Mac though.
What?
You could have a Mac.
I'll buy one. Just add it to my credit card debt.
Oh my God! Stop.
Cha-ching!
Stop it.
There are in talks of making a new movie, a remake,
Of
Street Fighter. I saw that post today.
Who's gonna play Sagat?
They didn't say anything, but the first comment underneath was Jean-Claude. And he said, best wishes.
Of course, Jean-Claude Van Damme is gonna say no.
Because on the screen, someone made a fan thing, and it was him, like an older him on the thing, and he was just like, best wishes. I'm like,
Jean-Claude Van Damme's probably like, absolutely not. This movie is. I think he doesn't get made fun of more than he does for anything but Street Fighter.
he got paid so much money for that.
He did.
I can't imagine that if you paid me a lot for a shit movie, first of all, I'd probably love that movie. But second of all, like, you made out pretty damn well.
I mean, listen, he's older now. He's like, no, I'm done. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Go away. But I'm so excited for a Street Fighter movie. I do love the original, though. I don't know why.
So bad.
It's one of the two Jean-Claude Van Damme movies I love.
Have you ever seen Over the Top?
No.
It's Sylvester Stallone.
No.
No. But it was my movie growing up. Like, he's a trucker, and he has his son for like the summer or something, and he goes and enters arm wrestling competitions.
Oh my
like,
God.
none of this makes sense, and none of
No.
it's like anything. But it was such a good movie.
No.
That's the thing. In the 80s, you could make a movie about anything, and people would love it.
I love
Now everything's just a remake of the things from the 80s.
I love The Quest. The Quest was mine. I don't know how I watched this movie at first. I don't know why I watched it. Maybe my brother, maybe my dad. Don't know. But that was about Jean-Claude Van Damme was like a boxer in
I never saw it.
he's like a boxer in New York, and he gets invited to like
No, that's Mortal Kombat.
no. And he gets invited to like a Muay Thai secret boxing.
A secret fighting. Yeah, that's
It's
Mortal Kombat.
very close to Mortal Kombat, but it's not Mortal Kombat. They're fighting for a golden dragon.
Mortal Kombat.
No.
There's a dragon?
No, it's not Mortal Kombat. Even though I love Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I love Mortal Kombat.
It's such a good bad movie.
The second one is more bad than enjoyable.
Oh, yeah. Annihilation? So
Yeah.
good.
No. Even
So good,
look,
it's bad.
No. Even I have to say it's horse shit.
What?
The
No.
first one is great.
I love it.
The new one is okay.
The new one was pretty good.
The animated one is spot on. The
The
Scorpion one.
animated one is wonderful. The animated one is an actual good movie, though.
Yeah.
The live action
They're bad.
two are bad. They're so bad.
Yeah.
But they're like indicative. Like Street Fighter was just as bad.
No. Street Fighter was worse.
It was so good.
No. And that's coming from me.
It's so good. It's so bad. It's
No.
good.
Mm-mm.
It's just so cheesy and terrible. I loved it. I would totally watch a remake of it.
That's bad. Oh, you will. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, that's why. Who's playing Sagat? That's all I need to know.
Who's
Sagat's
Sagat?
the bad guy.
Oh, okay. You know that was his last film?
What was it?
Yeah, he was dying during that movie of stomach cancer or some shit.
That's awful.
Yeah, I don't know the actor's name, but the guy
I
who
don't know
wears
the
red,
actor.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He that was his last movie. He was literally dying while making
Actively
that film.
dying.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yep. He was the guy who played Adam's Family.
Yeah,
Two.
it's Gomez.
Yeah.
Played Gomez Adams.
Yep.
That was his last movie?
I am almost 100% positive.
I'm going to have to read about that.
I read an article about it the other day.
He was such a good actor.
He was.
Such a good actor. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme is Sergeant Guile, if I remember correctly.
No. Okay.
Sagat was the bad guy.
Guile, yeah, because it didn't make any sense. Guile was the American, but was blonde with the flat cut.
Yeah. That's Guile. And then, it was
Yeah.
such a good bad movie. But yeah, I'd be excited about that. What's a remake that I saw them? They were making a remake of something that Moana live action.
Oh yeah. Fuck that. That's we were talking about it in the truck. That's the stupidest thing ever. You just came out with an animated movie, and now you're going to make a live action
Moana,
of it?
I think for Moana, they want to make it live action because they want The Rock to play Maui.
But you just made it. That's like making a movie in Britain and then 2 years later making it in America, using the same actors, the same fucking script.
Oh, you mean
everything?
Death
at a Funeral.
Death at a Funeral.
Fucking, it just doesn't make any sense.
I think I think it's on purpose because I really think The Rock wants to play Maui and he doesn't want to wait. And the girl doesn't want to get too old to play Moana. Like they want those two original actors.
No, you can find other actors.
But I think they want those two. I don't know.
No, this is just going to open up the thing where they just get rid of animated. Because let's face it, Moana is not going to be live action. You're going to have some live action and a lot of CGI.
Yeah.
So they're just going to move into that, and they're going to remove all the animated
No,
ones. Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to remove all the animated.
Oh yeah, they don't want to push things. How's that? That game you won at Hogwarts. How's that coming out? Are you playing that? Is that good? No, because they released the PS5 version and they're making you wait for the PS4 version.
In May, yeah.
Exactly. That's what they do. So now they're just going to be starting to make these.
Well, let's hope that's not the case. I don't think it will be, but
I do.
I don't.
So, what else you got?
I got nothing.
Come on, bring something to the table.
I just did.
No, I opened that one up. Come on.
But I brought other things with it.
Like what?
I don't have anything.
Tell me a story.
What?
Tell us a story.
I don't have a story to tell.
Fine, I'll give you a
Oh, boy.
Dunkel's word of wisdom from 5th grade. I need to mark these where I've read it.
Isn't that what the
I
fortune
did.
cookie things
look
were?
at that. I did. Fuck off. All right. I don't know what this has to do with because it doesn't have a... You know when you're in school and you're supposed to...
Write the prompt.
Write the prompt or at least reference it in the thing?
Mm-hmm.
No, not here. It was January 19th, 1996.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1. Because you want us to. Number 2. My mom will kill me if I don't. Let's play a game of guess what the fuck it is. Number 3. I'll get a detention.
Did you have to wear a uniform?
Fuck that.
Okay.
No. Number 4. I'll get in trouble. I'll get in trouble.
I'm going to assume you meant trouble. Continue.
TROULBLE.
Yeah, trouble. You meant trouble.
5. Okay, this is where my mom's going to kill me, right?
You're going to get in trouble.
I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get a detention. This is where it gets serious. Aliens will take me to Mars and let me melt if I don't do my homework.
Oh.
Did you guess it was homework?
No.
I did. I did by number 2. See, number 6. I will sink and into a pile of goop.
You will sink into a pile of
No,
poop.
I will sink and into a pile of goop.
I feel like you did not reread this once you wrote it, but okay.
I never proofread my shit.
I got that part.
Still to this day, I don't.
So,
Number 7. I will get a real good grade. A really good grade.
or a really bad grade.
No, really good grade. And it's not with 2 L's for really. It's just one. Rally. Really. Number 8. I get smarter. You get smarter when you don't do your homework.
I'm assuming when you do your homework.
I don't know. Number 9. Be a better worker. Oh my God, this is page 2 to this.
Oh boy.
Number 10. I won't be made fun of for not doing my homework. My teacher's response. Okay.
Such a meaningful feedback that she gave you.
All right, we're gonna move on to the second one.
I need to go to the bathroom. So
No, I gotta read this. You're gonna pee. Wait, stay.
Hurry up.
January 22nd, 1996. When I got in your class, I was definitely a winner. She wrote, "Thank you." I was a loser when I played soccer there. I was one game we lost. Auto 026. Really, the team lost it. The end. Yay!
There you go.
Thank you. No, stop. No. Just no. You stop. You gotta keep going. Oh my God. That is not necessary. Thank you. All right. You got any words of wisdom?
Wisdom. Look forward to a brighter tomorrow.
That's the stupidest cookie cutter Hallmark shit. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say anything.
You yell at me when I don't say anything.
I'm gonna yell at you more now.
All right, can we move on?
You got to close it out.
Thank you for listening. If you have any comments or questions, you can find us at shaded_corner on Instagram or shadedcornermedia@gmail.com. We appreciate any comments, questions, or concerns you may have. Thank you. Have a great week, and we love you. Bye-bye. Be safe.
Bye.
Sometimes when the world is so sunny and people are a bore, I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner. A place with all my favorite toys and games and movies and more. I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner.
All right. Now go poop. Okay, go pee.